Hi everybody, Dr. Adam Mead here, and as you're continuing your journey towards amazing health, the firm foundation of nutritional knowledge is at your forefront right now, because one of the biggest things is not only making the changes but understanding why you're making the changes. And one of the difficult decisions and changes that most people make with their diet is eliminating and reducing sugar from the diet. We all have a sweet tooth, and it's sometimes very hard to curb that craving that we get at any time of the day, whether it's for a sweet snack or a soda pop or something of that nature. And the whole goal today is to encourage you and give you leverage to make a decision by understanding really the negative consequences on sugar towards achieving your goals, whether it's detoxifying your body, losing weight, feeling great, changing your energy levels, sleeping better at night. Sugar really derails the process of health in your body. Sugar is literally known as an anti-nutrient. In essence, what that means is that when you put it into your body, that your body will expend more energy, more nutrients, lose more minerals in the process of getting it out of your body than you'd get anything from it. And if you look back just at the history of humans in the last 300 years, if you go back 300 years ago, when you looked at the average person, they consumed only about 4 pounds of sugar the entire year. Whereas today, the average person consumes over 180 pounds of sugar. That's over a half a pound of sugar a day. Couldn't even imagine thinking of that literally on a plate in front of you, a half pound of sugar, but that's what the average person does. And as a consequence, because of that, we've seen dramatic increases where even 100 years ago, diabetes was around 3 out of 100,000 people when it was diagnosed. Now it's closer to 1 out of 10. And for parents out there raising the next generation healthy, the statistics are not in the favor of our children, that it's predicted that every 1 in 3 children will develop diabetes in their lifetime, hitting them as early as their 30s. So we really want to make a conscious shift in our health to move forward, because sugar has been linked to everything from heart disease to cancer to diabetes to obesity, which now plagues every 1 in 3 Americans. So we can obviously see there's a dramatic need for change, but the biggest thing understanding is that sugar is an anti-nutrient, and moving forward is eliminating the things that really are presented in our standard American diet. And those are really the 3 white guys, which are your white bread, your white pasta, your white rice. Because essentially when you eat them, what they convert to is their standard form, which is sugar. And once that hits your bloodstream, sugar causes a whole host of problems, including inflammation. But sugar really, in fact, is found in hidden sources too. It's in all our condiments, our beverages, soda pops, juices, all contain massive amounts of sugar. And even if you're thinking of go the natural route or a healthier route with a diet pop or a diet beverage, what's even worse are the artificial sweeteners on your body from a toxic load or a toxic standpoint. But sugar, in essence, the reason why it causes so many problems is that A, we may not see it coming, but the types of sugar that have been introduced into our diet, most of them coming from corn in the form of corn syrup, or especially high fructose corn syrup. And part of the healthy raw movement or the natural movement has introduced some substitutes, but also we found some things that have also caused some problems with the production of agave syrup as well. So whether it's high fructose corn syrup or agave, both have very high levels of fructose in them. And fructose causes problems at multiple levels. One, they increase the rise of uric acid in your body, which is an inflammatory substance that wreaks havoc on your joints and your immune system. Fructose itself doesn't get absorbed by insulin like glucose in your body. The reason why it causes even more problems is because it's solely the liver's job of breaking this down. And in doing so, one of the biggest factors is it gets stored as fat. So it tricks you into thinking that it's shifting a process of raising your insulin levels, but in turn it's getting stored as fat. That's why most people can now drink large liter after liter of soda pop, because of the high fructose corn syrup. That brain-body connection is disturbed because high fructose corn syrup is not recognized by insulin in your body. The big factor, once again touching base, is inflammation across the board. Whether it's fructose, glucose, the sugar that enters your body, high levels cause inflammation, once again at that cellular level. Remember, your cells are surrounded by a layer of fat, and when sugar enters the system, it alters that fat layer and causes inflammation and congestion of the cells, which once again causes the toxicity problem to start to build, where nutrients no longer get into your cells and toxins are no longer to leave. So not only introducing the good fats into your diet is essential, but reducing your sugar levels overall. Now, better forms of sugar literally can be found in such forms as raw honey or even stevia. Those are great sources overall, because what you're doing is actually putting things in. Now, even with raw honey, you want to limit your intake because of the fructose content, but in regards to its benefits, there are high levels of antioxidants and healing factors within raw honey. But back on the leverage of, say, the sugars themselves, what also sugar has been linked to is increasing things such as heart disease by causing inflammation and affecting your cholesterol levels. They know one can of soda pop, the sugar within that lowers your immune system for up to 8 hours by slowing down your white blood cells and causing congestion of your red blood cells. Another big factor is that sugar decreases the absorption of minerals. So you could be eating a great salad and have a sugary beverage right next to you, and it's going to block the absorption of the calcium, the magnesium, the iron, specific measurements of that. And lastly, one of our biggest passions is helping you avoid chronic diseases, especially cancer. And they know cancer cells themselves have many more receptors for sugar. So that means sugar actually feeds cancer. Not only does it contribute to the development of toxic and abnormal cells, but once cancer is formed in the body, sugar is its fuel source. So there's massive leverage, obviously, in many regards to reduce sugar in your diet. So look forward towards changing your diet as you're following the meal plans, the guidelines, the detox process that we've outlined for you. Essentially, you're reducing sugar naturally, which will help curb and cut those sugar cravings, or help kind of put to bed your sweet tooth on a daily basis, because the less the sugar's in there, the less you'll crave and cave at the same time. So we wish you continued success. All this information is there to keep laying the foundation, so when you're making this change, it's not for just 7 days, it's not for 2 weeks or a month, but it's a lifestyle change that leaves you with a healthier lifetime to come. So we just wish you best of luck, stay blessed during this journey, and we look forward to hearing from your amazing results.